Alright, everybody, doing a quick response for Waxx Stacks. He's really big into cards of players with mustaches. So he wants you to nominate who you think has had the best one. Now, I've seen people only showing baseball guys. I don't know if it's part of the rules that it has to be baseball. But if you've been following my channel since the beginning, you know I usually bend the rules when doing responses. So if this gets me disqualified, that's okay. Wouldn't be the first time. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick a pro wrestler. And now there might have been fancier mustaches in wrestling history, and there might have been weirder mustaches in wrestling history, but to me, this is the most iconic mustache in wrestling history. It is the immortal Hulk Hogan. I know part of what BK said was he wanted you to pick someone who had a great mustache throughout their entire career, and I think Hulk definitely qualifies for that. So here are just a few more that I brought out. He had that mustache from very early on in his career. I remember he got it shaved briefly in the 90s in WCW, but I think he quickly realized that was a mistake. Here's a really cool one on the set of Baywatch. So yeah, well known throughout his life for having that look. Even the people who were just casual wrestling fans or not even wrestling fans at all, just everyone knew that Hulk Hogan look. Here are a couple from his time in WCW. Here's NWO Hulk with the spray on beard look, but still had the blonde mustache very prominent. You can see it a lot better on the back of that one. A few more, why not? Had fun taking several of these out of the binder. Hadn't looked at these in quite a while. But yeah, you can see all the way to his later years, all the way to the end. Was always rocking the stash. Really like that one at the Hall of Fame. So Hulk is my nomination for Mount Stachemore. Not sure if it'll count, but just for fun and a little extra credit, thought I'd show some of these baseball mustaches that I'd been setting aside for a while. If you need any of these for any of your projects, BK, just let me know. There's a Rod Scurry, kind of with a Hulk-like mustache. Here's Doug Jones. If I was gonna nominate a baseball player, it would probably be him. He had that super stash for his entire career. Here's Tim Cruz. Very happy about his mustache. And I've always loved this card here, this Sammy Stewart. Here's Wayne Garland. A lot of hair in general on that one. Again, kind of a Hulk-like stash. Same thing with Pete Ladd, another Hulk-like stash. I'll go through a few more of these. I have several here, but just picking out a few. How about Bernie Brewer? He has a decent one. Jim Pankovitz. This guy on a lot of his old 80s cards, he always had like a funny look on his face. Jackie Gutierrez. Kind of a basic one there. Same thing with Terry Clark. Pretty basic. Here's Sid Fernandez. Kind of looks like my old landlord on that one. Similar face and similar stash. A couple more here. Thought these were kind of funny. Here's a Jeff McKnight. Has the stash and the old school glasses. And this guy looks like he could be related to him. I was really struggling to figure out his name. Rance Mullinix.
Gods, what a stupid name.
But yeah, let's look at those two side by side. Yeah, they both look kind of similar to me. And then we'll finish off with the back of this 1988 score. Ken Phelps. How in the hell could you trade Jay Buhner for that guy? So there you go, BK. Just wanted to get one of these done for you. Hope you got some enjoyment out of that. And I have some other videos that I want to make, so hope to be back real soon.